Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hejin Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the short term. Yesterday we had what looked like, and still does, a D wave breakout. But let's see how the wave counts for the short term measures out. If we count this from an Elliott wave count, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 4 and 1 cannot overlap. And there's a tiny bit of space here, so it does not overlap. If that is a big issue, you can easily move the wave 1 and 2 down here, and it'll suffice just as well. In fact, let's leave it there, because you want to get the distance from the 4 and 1 as much as possible without making the impulse looking weird. The basic condition of an impulse is that it has to look impulsive, proportionally from the wave's perspective, as well as usually you can tell because it's traveling within a very defined channel between parallel lines. So this is impulsive. Sure looks like it. And after 5 waves, what do you get? You have to get a requisite correction. So what do we have here? We probably have the A of the correction. B will provide probably a bounce, and C might even come all the way down to 8100 or so, 8180. That is the nature of Elliott waves. It works so that the requisite corrections always appear after a 5-wave impulse. So overnight, it went up on wave 5. And some people might say, well, is wave 5 extended? One thing I don't usually see in a very short time frame, like 30 minutes or so, I don't usually see the extended wave 5s. Those are more on the higher degree of trend of, let's say, 4 hours to daily or weekly for stocks. But cryptos is mostly for dailies. So if we have ABC, how do we know this is an A? Well, let's zoom in a little bit more and count the subwaves. Here's an A, B, and C of red A. If that's the case, then A is very 3-wave-ish, the blue A. B is 3-wave-ish too. Let's zoom in a little more too. Look how A, B, C-ish the blue A looks. 3-wave. Now, let's look at the blue B, A, B, C, 3-wave. So we have 3, 3, and let's see if we can count 5 for C. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more lower low probably coming for 5 of blue C of red A. So I think at least now, can this blue ABC be the correction completion for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, it sure can. Can you see a pattern? If I draw a line like this, what do you get? A downward wedge. So if this is the case, we get A, B, C, D, E. So let me just, hold on one second. Let me take a picture of it for the summary. So if we get this symmetrical triangle, then instead of this ABC, we will likely get, given this too, an ABCDE. So here is A, B, ABC, touch one more to the top, D, and E. And if we, now again, it could have a D wave breakout. So yes, this ideally I would love to have it go to prior wave 4, but let's look at the Fibonacci's. See how much it has retraced. Not even 0.382, but it could. I mean, I have seen 0.382 as a stop point for the corrections, especially if the bull sentiment is pretty powerful. But ideally, you want it to go to where prior wave 4 is. And the reason why it says that the corrections usually go to prior wave 4 is because of the fact that that is usually the 0.618 landing zone. So the ABC would give us probably that. In fact, let me draw that in a different color. So that is the two methods. What would be my primary? My primary will probably be the blue ABC to go to the 0.618. That'll bring us to the 8200 mark or so, a little below it, 8185 or so. Okay, so that is the short term. On the longer term perspective, we've got this big bullish wedge where we probably have a D wave breakout. And then this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I've been counting in the short term. And therefore, that'll come down to touch the top trend line, which is, well, exactly at 81.72. If it comes to touch it, and then from there, it'll bounce off. And if it touches at 81.72, that'll be 0.618 retracement of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is the forward discern pattern that I had put out yesterday. Has much changed at all? Not really. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is correcting A, B, C. So A, B, C down to somewhere here, and then it'll start going up again. Now, if it finishes as a symmetrical triangle as had been shown, it could start turning right now or any moment. But I would prefer the 0.618 of 8190 or so decline. All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Gave you the short-term and longer-term perspective of it. And how much has changed overnight? Not much. Simply put, 5 waves up, and now the requisite decline for the correction is occurring. It's just a matter of time before that completes. Have a wonderful Monday.